Hi, this is Abdul with my today's commentary on the headline news. So the main news is the pressure mounting between India and China on a territory which is basically it's neither India's territory nor China's territory. The territory is basically part of Kashmir. The people who are being under military occupation by India from last more than or around 70 years. So this just happened very recently, yesterday maybe, that 20 people of India were killed by Chinese in a very fierce one by one to one kind of battle, uh, which is very strange kind of thing because it's never heard like that the army is fighting with fist and stones and bamboo poles when they don't have any rifle or arms to fire with. Also, the area is a very inhospitable area. It's not easy to live even in this summer because this is very high summer time in India and Pakistan and China. But this area you have to be fully covered and you have to take jackets because the temperature goes to sub-zero in the evening and a very low temperature is recorded even during the days, and the winter is very fierce, so the area is basically you cannot live in this area basically. So the two countries are fighting on an area which is not livable, and they are fighting with deadly things like bamboo poles and so why they are fighting is a very good question. Both countries they have some maps from ancient times, and both countries they want to fit in their own defined map. And the problem with these maps is that these maps they overlap a lot. So India is being pushed by China to accept China's map, and we are still waiting for the great Mr. Modi of India, because we have seen that if it comes to Pakistan, even if a pigeon comes from Pakistan, we see that all of the India it started like all of them they became very fierce soldier, and they start talking like why a pigeon was allowed to come from the Pakistan area. Just recently when there was uh, this locust problem, still at that time they were very fierce, and they're saying that why locusts are coming from Pakistan. So even if any natural thing comes from Pakistan like a pigeon can fly anywhere. A pigeon don't know the boundaries. So India take it very seriously. And now China has killed 20 army person, and one of them was a colonel, quite a high rank in army. And still we are not able to listen to even one sentence from Mr. Modi, that what is his idea about whatever is going on, how he sees it, and how he wants to uh, respond on it. So let's see. So let's go further towards Corona update. A lot of people dying of Corona. There's a groundbreaking find for a steroid that can help Corona. This steroid is already being used in Pakistan. Maybe this is one of the reasons that The number of deaths in Pakistan are still not quite high, even though it's increasing. But like yesterday, it was almost 100 people died, and Germany reported 30 deaths. 16 friends test positive for corona after a outing at Florida bar. So people are mingling with each other, and corona is spreading very high. So Putin home has walked through disinfectant tunnel to guard against coronavirus. So Putin, he has a walk through disinfectant so that when he reaches his house, he became corona free. So North and South Korea are also fighting with each other for no understandable reason. I don't know what is their problem. Police officers across USA are quitting. Maybe they came to know that if you quit, you will get $1 million as a pension claim. So I mean, if anyone will give me $1 million, I will also quit whatever I'm doing. So it's a good money. You kill a, but I think maybe you need to kill a black first. So you kill a black guy, then you take your $1 million and then you can go home. So I don't know if this is the full story or only half of the story is put here that police is quitting. They must be quitting because of some reason. Otherwise, Trump has just signed one executive order to rein in the police guys, and that order is also not very broad. It is also very specific to some scenarios. Here, one black police officer fired after intervening when the white cop put suspect in chokehold. So even if someone intervenes, the intervening person was also an officer, then that officer is fired. I mean, what kind of message these people they want to give to the people? I mean, you want to tell the people that if anyone will try to make your life easy, then we will fire that guy. If this is the case, then yes, you are doing everything very, very right. This news just made me laugh. I mean, that CIA cyber weapons stolen in a historic breach due to woefully lax security. I mean, this is the agency that you are spending billions of dollars, and this is the kind of security it has for its own organization, and you think that this organization is of any use. I mean, maybe they should defund this CIA as well. They should not defund this police only. Maybe they should defund everything and they return everything to the Red Indians, and all these white guys, they should quit USA and they should go back to their homes. They are not capable of doing anything. While grounded by COVID, delivers food to support his family. It's very strange. I mean, I feel that maybe I don't know how the money he earned, where he did not save the money for the rainy days. So now the rainy days are there and he is in a fix. So maybe so we have our friend somewhere, but not in the main news. So let's go to BBC. India, China blame each other for the deadly crash. North Korea and South Korea are also doing. I don't know. North Korea, they burned down bombed one office which was the Legion office on the border, and I don't know what this country want. So this woman found hanging from a tree. Translation uses So on BBC we don't have any big news. How to undo carbon emission for good. This is a good thing. I mean, if we can undo it. This is the sister of Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, and she's the one who is stirring this much problem now, going on the footsteps of his brother, and let's go to China. So you see, all good in China, everything fine, and no news of not a big news. I mean, China military urges India to return to correct track of dialogue negotiations. So very polite, very simple word. We killed your 20 guys, no problem. You come to the dialogue table and we should talk that how can we kill more of your guys. So this is how China works basically. New cases are registering in China on daily basis. So things are not fully good in China, and things are not good in China basically. In Beijing, the number of people are getting this corona, but still China thinks that it's almost out of the pandemic. Aljazeera also started from India, China. China said doesn't want more clashes. Yes, they don't want clashes. They want to kill you from a distance by not coming very near to you. So because if you come near, you can have corona. I mean, that's why they don't want to come near to you, because China can give you corona. So they want to strike you from a distance. India Pakistan see deadliest day of coronavirus. Around more than 100 people died in Pakistan, and India also getting people dying. Trump signed executive order to reining the police. But police is not ready. Police is quitting because they have found that there is a $1 million paycheck with the quitting. US reports details nearly 2,000 lynching of black people in 1860. It's just 160 years ago, and how they were killing these guys, and still they are killing these guys. But now they are doing it in a democratic way, so that you do it, but no one can catch you now. This is what they learned in last 150 years, that how to do it without being caught. Do it through the police, so that a debate should be started that what police was doing and what was this and what was that. So writers also have the same kind of stories and record spikes in US virus count. So US is going high. Trump team prepares $1 trillion infrastructure plan to spur economy. So they are going to. This is very, you can say that very interesting for me, because one thing we know for sure, that Trump don't know how to sell anything except the arms. So this $1 trillion arms maybe should be sold to the US people, so that they can easily fight with each other, and they can use those arms. HSBC revive 35,000 job cut plan after pandemic pause. So now maybe they have paused this. Every country has said that they are almost out of the pandemic. Maybe just because that during pandemic the companies were not able to fire the guys, because it does not look good that you are firing people during a pandemic. So first they ease the pandemic, and now they will fire all the guys, and when the guys should be fired, then they will bring this lockdown again. So this way they will bring this chaos to a very, very high level. I think this is the plan, which looks very simple to me. So 8.2 million, 443,000 deaths, and it's going higher in US. So New Zealand don't have it. So why don't they send everyone to New Zealand? I mean, so that millions of abandoned oil wells are leaching methane. So stock ran higher on recovery hopes. TikTok owner first quarter revenue soared around $5.6 billion. This is the good thing of locking the people in their homes. They are just watching TikTok, and TikTok is making a good money. So monuments glorifying slavery are going to be scrutinized, and they may be demolished or whatever. So you do nothing, you just remove a statue, and you think that everything should be fine after the statue is removed. And so it was, I think, very different kind of day to day. We don't find Trump in the main news. India and China, they took over Trump, and Corona is hitting very hard in many areas. So let's hope that things get better, and see you tomorrow with my commentary on tomorrow's headline. Goodbye.